Right. So understanding the Forex Factory Calendar is basically one of the best thing that can ever happen to you. This is basically why I'm talking about this. Now, when it comes to trading the Forex market or the financial market, the Forex Factory Calendar is basically one of the best sites you can ever take a look at. Uh, you can ever use to be able to understand what is happening in the market. And what you need to go to the Forex Factory Calendar, the only thing that you need to do is basically just go to Chrome and then search for Forex Factory Calendar. And it is going to give you basically what is happening in the market. So we have both the Forex Factory Calendar and we also have, let me just show you here. Just a minute. Yeah, the Forex Factory Calendar. This is basically going to show you all the news events that are happening on that particular day. It makes it easy for you to be able to plan your week, to plan your day, to plan your okay, okay, that's okay. All right, so this factory Forex calendar is going to help you to be able to understand what is happening in the financial market for this particular month, for this particular day, for this particular week, for this particular, yeah, like it makes you be able to know when we're going to have major news events, when the market is going to be calm and stuff like that. And this is basically what gives the market the volume, right? It gives the market the movement. It makes the market to move, because with these news events, we can be able to move the price from one place to another with much ease, right? So what do you need to know when it comes to the Forex Factory Calendar? It is very, very simple. The only thing that you need to know is that we have these different types of folders. We have the red folder, the orange folder, the gray folder, right? We have the orange, gray, and we have orange, red, and gray. We have orange, red, and gray, and yellow, right? So we have red, gray, this is gray. We have yellow, and also we have orange. These are different types of folders that you're going to come across when you're looking at the Forex Factory Calendar. But let's start from the beginning. What are you supposed to be doing when you get to this site? The very first thing that you need to do is make sure that you synchronize your time here to match your time zone. This is where you're supposed to be synchronizing your time to match your time zone, right? So if, for example, let me see if I can be able to find something to draw with here. Yeah, I can actually use this. Yeah, here. This is basically what I'm talking about. You can be able to, you need to make sure that the time zone here is according to your time. Make sure that you select that. And if it is not correct, then you just click on it. And then once you click on it, you can be able to like synchronize. So you have to like change here and synchronize it depending on your time zone. Just select your time zone and make sure that the time that is here is according to your time zone. So once that is done, then that means you just click on save the settings. That means you're going to be getting exactly what you're supposed to be getting from here. Like every time that is going to be shown here is going to be specifically according to your time zone. So that now when the news events get to happen, they're happening according to your time zone, right? So this is the first thing that you're supposed to do. Number two, you need to understand that there's this calendar here. So we have this calendar here. This particular calendar here is going to show you which day are we in, which date are we in. And of course, it's running all the way from Saturday to Sunday. But of course, the financial market is normally open during the weekdays. So basically, you can just come here and take a look at what is happening. Like, for example, right now, we are highlighted on the whole of this week. So the green highlights the week that we are in right now. Today is 25th, which is Friday. And basically, you're going to see like this one is kind of embedded inside, so that you can be able to know that today we are on this day, right? So the whole of this week is basically what you're seeing here. Now, if we want to see what is going to happen next week, we can just come here. So this is today. When you click on today, it's going to show us what is going to be happening today in the financial market. And you can see today the market is super, super clean. We don't have any news events that is going to be happening. And the news event that is going to be happening is going to be of low impact. We're going to discuss about that. So this is now today. And then tomorrow is Saturday, so we don't expect much on Saturday. Most of the time, the market is closed unless you are trading synthetic indices or you're trading crypto. Then we also have this week here. So this week is basically what I just shown you. This is this week. So you can just click on any here. Next week is going to show you now the following week. You can see it's going to show you what is going to happen next week. And then when you say next month, it's going to like give you the whole month. Next month is going to give you the whole month. So it can easily help you to plan yourself ahead of time for the whole month, right? So basically what I normally advise is, if I told you you want to plan yourself properly, you want to plan yourself well, depending on how your trading days are going to be, it's always good to like take a look at what is going to happen the next month. No, not next month, but next week. Like just plan for next week or maybe next day, something like that. So you can be doing this, you can be checking this every single Sunday, so that now you can take it down to your notebook, and specify the days in which you're expecting high impact news, or maybe if it's your online journal or something, you can just put it down there so that you can be able to see what is expected to happen, right? So that is this part. Then we also have this date here. So this date represents the specific date that we're talking about. Like for example, if we are talking of today and we click on today, it's going to give us just that date. So today's Friday, July 25th. So that is just that day. So this is specifically for today, right? So let's go back to this week so that now we can specify it. So that's the date column. Then we have the time column. Here, this is the time column. Time from when the market opens all the way to when the market closes. The specific times that are going to have like the news event, all right? So this is basically the time that the news events are going to be affected. That is the time. Then we also have here this column where we're talking about the currency that is going to be affected, the currency pair that is going to be affected, and then we have the impact. So now under the impact, this is where everything happens. This is the most important part. Like under the impact, you need to understand what impact are we expecting to see on the market. Is this market going to give us like a huge, massive move, or are we going to have high impact news, low impact news, or no impact at all? So it is shown by the color of the folders. And when you see this red folder here, let me just go to this filter here so that I can be able to understand. So when you see this red, it's high impact news. It shows that there's going to be a lot of impact. There's going to be high impact. And then when you check on the orange folder, this is going to be medium impact. Medium impact. So when you just place your cursor like that, it's going to tell you medium impact. All right. And then when you place it on the yellow folder, it's going to tell you low impact expected, meaning that we have less impact on that particular day. And then on the gray folder, it shows non-economic, meaning that the banks are normally closed that particular time. Banks are normally closed, or when we have a certain holiday and the banks are closed. So that is basically what it means by non-economic. So now, when we talk about non-economic, or we talk about that, it simply means we don't have much that is going to be happening on that particular day. So now this gives you the details of the particular news that is going to be running. Like for example, you can see here, JPY on Sunday all day, upper house election. So that is going to be like, there's going to be some kind of news that is going to be happening. So that gives you the details of what is going to be happening. But now from Monday to Friday, that is when now we get to get like, what is happening? So then now this gives you the actual focus and previous values that were taking place on that particular day. What happened on that particular time? What was the value of the CPI? Was it high? Was it low? Was it whatever it was, right? So we're going to come back with a different video to be able to like get into details on how to analyze the fundamental analysis, how to take a look at fundamental analysis so that you can be able to understand what is expected to happen in the market. So this is basically what you need to understand. So personally, I normally try the best that I can to stay off the market whenever there's high impact news like the red folder, high impact news expected, high impact news expected. So I try the best that I can to either trade other assets that are not affected that particular time, or just stay out of the market if at all the asset that I'm trading is going to be affected. So that is basically me. That is what I normally do. So I try the best that I can to stay off the market whenever there's high impact news. The reason because I don't like surprises, right? I just want to set up my account and be sure that this is exactly what is going to happen, because I've done my analysis and I've set it and forgotten, but not set it and then keep checking simply because there's going to be high impact news coming up and you're like, you don't want to be caught unawares. All right, so this is basically why I try the best that I can to like stay off the market during that particular time. So this is the Forex Factory calendar. This is a calendar that shows you all the economic events that are going to be happening, all the events, the fundamental events that are going to be happening that affect the market either positively or negatively. And for you to be able to understand this one, is very, very simple. It's just that you just need to know the time, the day of the specific event that is going to take place, and then if it's going to be high impact, medium impact, or less impact, or no economic activities at all, and that is denominated, that is shown by the folders that are representing that particular day, right? So that is it for me today. And I'm going to catch you up on the next one. If you have not subscribed to our channel, make sure you do subscribe to this channel so that you can be able to understand, and get a lot of this information all for free. All right. So bye bye. See you on the next one.